Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. I hope you had a fantastic week. Welcome back to Ye Olde Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that I like to upload most weekends here on my channel, where I share the candles and wax melts that I was using over the course of the last week, give you guys updates, all that fun jazz. Yeah, basically we're just talking about everything that I was using home fragrance wise. Talk about what I was crocking, what I was lamping. If you have never heard of a candle crock or a candle lamp, if you're new here, I actually do have a video that explains both of those concepts, and I now combined those separate videos into one. There were a lot of people who would ask me, you know, like, hey, which of these do you think I should get, a candle or a crock? And I really honestly think that that largely depends on, you know, what you think you need. I watch those videos, and I think, you know, as I go through explaining how you use both of those candle accessories, it might kind of click with you like, oh yeah, I think a crock would make more sense because I like to set it and forget it. Or no, I think a lamp would make more sense for me because, you know, I don't mind warming layer by layer and then pouring off the wax when needed. I have both. I love crocks, I love lamps, and I utilize both most weeks for candles that I'm either trying to get through faster, or maybe a candle isn't behaving for me and it needs a new home. i.e. I can't finish burning it because it has puny wicks, or maybe it's getting too sooty. Those candles, I don't just toss them in the trash. I either use them underneath my lamps or I use them inside of my crocks, and it's fabulous. I think if you are at all like getting deep into the world of home fragrance, I think those accessories are kind of a good thing to have on hand. And I really love mine. So I always link really great options for lamps in the description box down below. There's also links to where you can purchase any of the stuff that I'm talking about here today. I list information about candle sales from the companies that I'm sharing products from, discount codes, all that fun stuff. So anyway, it's a plethora of information in that description box, so feel free to check that out. And without further ado, let us get into what I was burning and melting this week. Let's start with what I'm currently warming in my crocks. So I actually just turned off my crock in the laundry room, and I brought what I was melting for like the last, it's been over a week. I think it's been well over a week that I've been warming this. So you can see this wax is completely liquefied. It's not super hot, but it's definitely warm. This is the Country Candle Churros and Chocolate. I really love this scent. Mine was burning fine, but honestly, I was kind of getting near the end of it. And for me, I tend to really like my candle crocks, even for fragrances that are doing fine, just because sometimes I will get more length of like fragrance life, if you will, out of a candle versus even burning it. So when you are burning a candle, the wax obviously dissipates. The flame, you know, gets into contact with the wax, and there's a magical reaction that happens, and you know, you use this wax as the fuel for your flame, basically. Well, when you warm a candle, you're basically just extracting the fragrance oils, but you're doing it with just a heating element basically, and you don't ever see this wax dissipate. Like, this wax is not going to like just disappear into the air, right? So anyway, sometimes I think when I get near the end of some candles that I actually really enjoy the fragrance of, I will pop them into a crock, and I leave my crocks on 24/7. So once I turn them on, I just let this go until I can no longer, like, I can't really smell anything from this anymore. Like, I can tell that it was like the churros and chocolate scent, but there's no longer any like fragrance output from this, right? And this is after many, many days in my candle crock being on 24/7. I just, I turn my candle crocks off when I'm ready to take a candle out. I actually normally leave the candle in there until the wax rehardens, just so I don't deal with any accidents. In fact, it's making me very nervous to have that sitting on my carpet right there. I think I might actually, here, I'm gonna move this behind me because it would be my luck that I knock this over. And yeah, while the carpets in this house desperately need to be replaced, there's no budget for that in the next like few weeks. So yeah, I need to not spill a bunch of wax. Okay, what else? So in my candle crock in the master bedroom, I don't have anything in there right now. In the back bedroom, I have a couple things going, and it's kind of a little bit of a hodgepodge, and I think I need to pick one or the other because I don't like the combination of these two things. But I have a lamp as well as a crock in my normal filming room upstairs. In the crock right now, I have the Kringle Rosemary Apple Rita, which I was almost finished with, and I love it. That is a really nice, fresh apple scent with a beautiful herbal rosemary note. It's not a super aggressive rosemary note. If you tried the grapefruit and rosemary from this past summer, it's nothing like that. Much more enjoyable. And then because I can never remember the names of things, I've decided to start taking pictures of some of these because I know I'm gonna forget. Underneath my lamp in that back bedroom is Homeworx Autumn Pumpkin Patch. I don't think that Autumn Pumpkin Patch is out right now. It was one of my leftovers from, you know, previous fall seasons. And I've said this before, but I'm trying really hard to whittle down my Homeworx candle collection. So I'm doing a lot of melting underneath my candle lamps. And yes, the Homeworx candles do quite well underneath my candle lamps. So if you have a Homeworx that isn't behaving for you, may I suggest getting a lamp? Do I think you should have to buy a lamp? No, obviously not. But if you can no longer return this candle because it's either way past the time that you could ship it back to QVC, or you bought it from .shop and they don't allow returns, in order to still get your money out of that candle, you can pop it underneath a lamp and at least get the fragrance portion out of it. You don't get the ambiance from the flame, but I'm willing to bet that you probably have other candles in your house that you could light. So this is the way that I view it. Like, I have these Luminara candles all around, these like, you know, LED taper candles, and I always have just candles going in general. So there's always ambiance from something. But the fragrance, like, that's the big thing for me. A lot of the reason that I obviously use home fragrance is for the fragrance part. So if I can at least get the fragrance or extract that out of the candle, then I consider that a win. But anyway, so the Autumn Pumpkin Patch is what is under that lamp. And the combination with the Kringle Rosemary, or is it Rosemary Apple Rita? I think it's Rosemary Apple Rita. That's just, it's not a good combo together. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably turn the lamp off for the time being, just until maybe I finish that. That Rosemary Apple Rita should probably be done within the next couple of days. It's getting quite faint at this point. And then in the upstairs hallway, I also have a candle lamp. So I took a picture of what I have under there right now. And I have Scentworks Spiced Pumpkin Puree. By the way, this is one of the candle lamps that I have linked, and this one has an adjustable arm, so no matter how tall, well, obviously not super tall candles, but definitely the Kringle tall jars fit underneath this one. It's a great lamp. I love it. Has some nice features on it in terms of timers. It has like intensity levels, so if you don't want like a ton of fragrance output, you can put it on a lower setting. It's just very easy to work that particular lamp. So if you're in the market, that's a really good one. I think it has kind of a nice, more neutral look to it as well. But that Spiced Pumpkin Puree is yummy. It's definitely quite spicy. Scentworks candles really aren't candles that I have gotten into a whole lot, because I think I have better luck with the Homeworx 4-wick candles in terms of fragrance output. So yeah. Anyway, there are now some candles popping up at Kohl's from the Scentworks brand. I know for a while people were wondering if that was being, like, if Scentworks was being discontinued. It's not, but I'm also wondering if Harry is potentially shopping Scentworks and or Homeworx, quite frankly, around to different retailers. He has posted some pictures on his Instagram of him being at the Walmart headquarters. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Walmart myself. I think that their business practices are kind of an issue for me. I understand that they are definitely a very affordable place for people to shop, but I think that the way Walmart comes into communities and then just drives everything else out, I think that's a problem, because then you are at the mercy of Walmart prices at that point, whatever they may decide to do in any given area. But anyway, that's my own beef with Walmart. I really would rather not see Homeworx or Scentworx go there, but not my decision. He has also been seen at CVS, of all places. So I don't know if this means that maybe there's some new brands that Slatkin Co are getting together for these other retailers, or if it's Scentworx or Homeworx or, you know, whatever that could potentially be going to those places. But yeah, it's very interesting. Ever since Slatkin Co came to be, Harry's been a little bit more like just kind of tossing some random tidbits out there about where he's going and who he's talking to. So I'll be very curious to see what ends up happening. As an ambassador for the brand, like, they haven't told us anything, so I don't have any secret information. I'm guessing just as much as you guys are what the heck is going on with the brand and where it's going to next. I just continue to stress that, you know, I would like to see improvements come to the brands and candles that are currently available, maybe before expanding it even more. But again, it's not my business. I don't run it, so I don't get to have a say in that. And I'm sure that there is a strategy that is in place for this stuff. I know, you know, just with Craig and like his two businesses, like, he's always like strategizing and thinking like, what's the next step? What can I do to like make more money? What, you know, it's just how business works. So anyway, I'm just sitting back and watching and just very curious to see what's going to happen. So let me know your speculations in the comments down below. Is that it for wax melts? Sorry, not wax melts. Yeah, that's it for Crocs and lamps. That's it. But I don't know how I got away on like a Homeworx tangent there, but I did. So let us get back to what we're doing right now, which is talking about what I'm currently burning in the house. Okay, so behind me on this end table over here is the Bath & Body Works Vanilla and Musk, which is so good. It used to be the Toasted Marshmallow back in the day, but it came back as Vanilla and Musk. I love it. I will say after the halfway point, it futzes out. It has those thick rope-like wicks that Bath & Body Works loves so much, but that always end up getting either puny wick syndrome for me, or they just get sooty. So I know I'm gonna have to retire that one to a crock at some point, but it's okay. I still bought more despite the candle not having a great performance overall from start to finish, but it's just such a great scent that I buy it anyway. Like, I have this weird relationship with Bath & Body Works where I don't think I'll ever be able to completely quit them. Even though their candles do tend to cause, you know, issues. I don't know. I mean, Homeworx candles, you know, come with issues, and I still purchase those. Like, it's just, if I love a brand or if I love specific fragrances from any given brand, I'll still buy those candles even though they have problems. And that's probably not a good thing, but it's what I do. In the entryway, I have a 3 wicks of my beloved Homeworx Autumn Pumpkin, which I love so much. In fact, I love it so much that I did buy the luxe size of the Autumn Pumpkin. I have this one. I had it in my dining room, but I moved it to my kitchen. Love it in my kitchen. I will say, these luxe candles here, for some reason, they really do struggle with leaving some wax residue on the sides as they go down. However, eventually the wax that gets kind of stuck to the side does melt down, and I do have these in my Chester Hurricane, so I don't, you know, just leave these sitting out willy-nilly. I put them in a Hurricane. I get the best performance out of them that way. So you don't need the Chester Hurricane from Pottery Barn because, 1, it's now discontinued. 2, it was also kind of expensive. You can go to Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. In fact, I was just at my local Home Goods earlier this week, and there's so many Hurricanes. Beautiful glass Hurricanes that you can use. Maybe bring, well, they sell Homeworx, so, but then again, they have their own stickers on them. Just bring an empty Homeworx with you. And that way you can just like put it into the different Hurricanes and see which one gives you one. You need a little bit of breathing room. But just, you know, what looks best with the Homeworx candles. Maybe you want something opaque, maybe you want something see-through, I don't know, maybe you want like seeded glass. There's lots of different options. But yeah, hurricanes I think are a really good thing for Homeworx candles. I think that they help the overall burn and increase the strength and throw a little bit. So there's that. Also, I was also, oh sorry, these are really heavy. I was also burning my Harvest leaves from Homeworx as well. Now this one was sent to me in PR, so I didn't pay for this one. I will say this week I noticed there's no discoloration on the Autumn Pumpkin, but this week's I noticed just a little bit of like a discoloration in the wax. I don't know if it'll come off on camera, but I think you might be able to see it. And there you see that little bit of wax that's left on the side. I don't know why that's happening. It will eventually melt and like, you know, go down with the rest of the candle, but at any rate, that little tiny bit of discoloration makes me a little nervous because typically when I see that, that means that a candle's getting ready to start being sooty. And it's gonna be hard for me to melt this in any kind of way because this does not fit under any of my lamps and it certainly does not fit into a crock. So have to figure out what to do if this gets messy. But as of right now, it's just a little tiny bit of discoloration in the wax. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it and maybe trim the wicks a little shorter and maybe also cut the burn time by an hour or so. I have been burning these about 5 hours at a time. Normally, most of my Homeworx candles, I cut them off at 3 hours, but these I've been going longer because they're larger, but maybe I shouldn't be doing that. So sometimes you just have to pay attention to what your candles are doing. And even though it goes against what you want to do, like follow the instructions for the burn times. What are the burn times suggested down here? Let's read through that. Do not burn for more than 4 hours at a time. So, I mean, they're telling you here. They also tell you to keep the wicks trimmed. Trim wicks to can I speak? A quarter of an inch. There we go. Before each relighting. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you're having trouble with your candles, no matter what the brand, whether it's Homeworx, Kringle, or whatever, check the burn instructions. I mean, sometimes these candles tell you exactly, you know, what to do because that's the best burn for them. But anyway, I did finish this from Homeworx this week as well. I love this. It's the Spiced Apple Crumb. I keep wanting to call it Spiced Apple Crumble. So if you liked Apple Crumb from Bath & Body Works, I believe Harry developed that scent when he was there. Well, this smells exactly like it. So he just took what he made at Bath & Body Works and then put it into this through Homeworx. This is currently available again at Homeworx.Shop. This one was from a couple years ago, 2021. So maybe not a couple years ago, but yeah, this one it's delicious. No, I just love it so much. It is a pretty classic like apple spice or apple cider spice type scent. It's delicious. I have more. I'll keep burning it. Okay, I lit up my third a Cheerful Giver candle. I purchased these all in the Mama Style jar, if you will, from the Keepers of the Light line that they have. This is the Pecan Belgium Waffles, which smells heavenly. This smells so good. It's very, very similar to Pumpkin Pecan Waffles from Bath & Body Works. Now, I had it looks like a mosquito eater that I think decided to take his own life in my candle. Can you see him in there? Oh, there he is. Yeah, well, you know, he died smelling like $1,000,000, I will tell you that. But kind of gross. This was like a massive one with like huge legs, and I went to blow this out last night and I was like, oh, barf. Anyway, I gotta figure out a way to get him out of there because it just looks kind of gross when he's floating when the wax is pulled out. Anyway, this smells really good. I reviewed my first two Cheerful Giver candles this past week. If you missed them, those reviews are up. This was one of the candles that I reviewed, and it is now ready to go into my empties because this is the Almond Butter Pound Cake. I burned it to this point here, so almost finished, and then the last little bit I decided to, sorry, it was up a little further. It was more like closer to the halfway point because I did pour off some wax here. So I popped this underneath my lamp because it didn't fit in my crock. At least the Mama jar did not fit in my crock. And I gotta say, this paraffin formula it wasn't crazy strong underneath my lamp, and so I amped up the intensity a little bit, and I got the candle a little bit closer to the actual shade. That helped to increase the strength a little bit, but I wouldn't buy these just to put them underneath a lamp. I think this particular paraffin formula of theirs, because it is so hard, it did have trouble like melting completely with just that halogen lamp. So, and it's a 50-watt halogen lamp, so it gets quite warm. But I mentioned in my review that this paraffin wax is crazy hard, you guys. Like, it was impossible for me to salvage the wax from the candle that arrived broken. Do I have a lid for this? I don't know where I put the lid. But yeah, I had a really hard time chopping that up to put into my warmers, and so I just decided I threw it away. They replaced that pumpkin chata for me. They did not send me the pumpkin chata in that little pumpkin style jar. They sent it to me in the mama style jar, which is fine. I believe it's actually the same amount of wax, but that wasn't what I had originally ordered. But that being said, customer service did come through rather quickly and did replace the broken candle, and also sent me the correct lids, because I had asked for all copper lids and they sent me all black. Like, that was just like a small thing, but I was like, if you're asking what color lid I want, you know, like, maybe send the color that I indicated. I don't know. But they were nice about it. So anyway, let's keep going. I also have this. I bought some of these baby jars as well. So this is a Cheerful Giver donut shop. I will say this wick is not centered in here at all, and it makes me a little nervous when I have this lit. But it's got a pretty decent clean burn. I really like the smell of this. It almost is giving off some like pink sugar type vibes, like the Aqualina pink sugar, maybe combined with like a donut type scent. It's yummy. It's delicious. Would I buy the full size though? Probably not. I don't know. I just don't love paraffin wax. But listen up. Those of you who are massive fans of Nutmeg and Spice from Bath & Body Works, and can we all ask, like, why haven't you put that out again? Like, I feel like that was a really popular scent, and I loved it. I love Nutmeg and Spice, and it's really, like, irked me that they haven't put it out in recent years. But the Nutmeg and Spice, hold please, this one's lit, so I have to be careful. The Nutmeg and Spice from a Cheerful Giver smells exactly like it. It smells exactly like the Bath & Body Works. Although this one, she is having some burn issues. Like, it just doesn't want to like melt the whole way across. It never did from the beginning, so just is what it is. But I kind of wish I would have gotten this particular scent in the Mama Style jar. It smells just like it, you guys. So good. Now this one does have that little tinge of like that paraffin wax note, but it's so pretty. I just love this particular scent. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to set that down there. I think it's a really beautiful holiday scent. It's just warm and cozy. So maybe I will at least buy one more candle. I would love to have one of those for the holidays. I think it would be an absolutely lovely scent to incorporate with what I already have going during the holidays. All right, so that is, that's it for a Cheerful Giver, right? Yep, we've talked about the Belgian waffles. Okay, let's get to some of these Kringle Reserve candles, which I've really enjoyed burning this week. So, Radiant Apple, had this lit a couple times. I think I'm ready to review these. At least a few of these. Like, there's this one, and this one. I think I can definitely review these three. So, I still love this. These are still available, you guys. If you're interested, you can save 15% with my discount code. It's just MELANIEP15 at checkout. I'll put the information in the description box again. But this is just a juicy, super sweet, like, incredible apple scent. If you're still into apple scents in the month of October, so good. I absolutely adore this one. Gilded Leaves. Now this one is really pretty, but kind of perfumey, but also has that like really nice wet leaf type note as well. This one's really interesting. I've been burning this one quite a bit this week as well and really like it. I think this would make a great bedroom scent, and I also think it's actually kind of a nice bathroom scent, which sounds random, but I do personally designate candles like for different areas of the house, if you will. So I have bathroom candles, I have bedroom candles, and then I have rest of the house candles. So anyway, Royal Cherries. I adore this one, you guys. I cannot say enough good things about this one. I'm definitely ready to review this one as well. I'm at the halfway point. This has a beautiful, kind of slightly perfumey cherry note to my nose. I compared the cherry in here to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I still stand by that. I don't think this is the most like edible, fruity cherry scent. Like, I do really get a little bit of perfuminess from this, and that makes it very much not edible to me, at least. But it's a beautiful cherry scent. I think it's really worth checking out. If you like cherry scents, I think this is one that you should absolutely put on your list. Now let's spend a little bit of time with wax melts from this week. Okay, I still have a couple of these Candleberry, it's a piece of cake wax melts. So remember when I bought these earlier this year? Was it earlier this year? Yeah, I think it was. This is the cranberry crumb cake. When I smelled this, I was like, oh, this smells more like a fall type vibe. So I was saving it for this fall. And I will say, I don't love the packaging or the way that they like present these from Candleberry. I feel like it's just hard to contain the fragrance within just a cardboard box. And it's harder to keep the wax melts fresh, I think, than if you like versus having them in a clamshell where the air is a little bit more limited in terms of like getting to the product. I have to say, I actually still have this cranberry crumb cake going right now, and I don't like the way this particular cranberry is coming across. It's an interesting, like very old school take on cranberry, and I don't even know, like almost like a mulberry. It smells more mulberry to me than cranberry, and I'm not a huge fan of mulberry. I think mulberry smells, I don't know why I think of mulberry as an old-fashioned scent. I think it's because like my grandma Betty back in the day, she used to get a lot of like, you know, those like bags of potpourri, and she would put them out, and a lot of them were perfumed with like a mulberry type fragrance note. And so I don't know, it just reminds me of my grandma's house. So that to me then just smells a little bit maybe like more old-fashioned, I guess I would say. Moral of the story is I don't like this fragrance very much. So I think I need to change my wax melts. I put this in either yesterday or the day before, and I can still smell it today, and I'm definitely ready to turn it off. So not a big fan of that. All right, Frosted Cinnamon Roll from Scentsy. Frosted Cinnamon Roll is delicious. This had some good strength to it. Definitely smells like a cinnamon roll with a nice cream cheese frosting. Kind of basic, but delicious. I enjoyed, would repurchase. Vanilla Suede. Okay, was this Bring Back My Bar? I feel like this was Bring Back My Bar. Ugh, I love Vanilla Suede. This is a very perfumey vanilla. Almost like it's got some amber in it. I feel like it also might have like a touch of like a patchouli. This is a great performer, and it's a nice bathroom scent for me. It's also a nice bedroom type fragrance as well. I've worn this both in the downstairs bathroom as well as our master bedroom, and it's warm, it's cozy, it's definitely perfumey. It's not something that smells edible by any stretch of the imagination. So definitely that suede note implies just maybe like a touch of like a light leather type note. Amber, very pretty. I like this a lot, big fan. Apples and Oats. I love Apples and Oats, but there's no point in me talking about it too much because it's in my club and you can't actively get it right now. I will say to Scentsy, you need to bring this back. And if you don't, just please bring it back. Like I'm gonna threaten them or something. No, I just really love this so much. This smells like fancy oatmeal to me with like a really nice like apple, like some apple chunks cut into your oatmeal. A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, just super pleasant, delicious. I don't know, I love it. I just really need it to like come back. I desperately. Oh, I got cut off. Surprise. I was saying that I need this to come back because it's delicious and I love it. And I took too many out of my club. I think I only have either 1 or 2 bars that come to me every 3 months, and it's not enough. It's not enough. All right, caramel apple craze. This I used to actually have in my club, but it's come back again, so I don't need it in my club right now. If you like a very classic Macintosh apple with like a caramel coating type scent, you need this. Good performer, great strength and throw, delightful, very authentic, smells like the fair. I love that one. All right, and then I mixed these two together. This was a great combo. Happy birthday. Hopefully this summer when Happy Birthday came back, you put it in your club, because I kept like harping on putting it in your club. I just love Happy Birthday. This smells like funfetti birthday cake to me. And this summer my mind was blown because a lot of people were saying that this smells like a chocolate marble cake to them. That's not at all what this smells like to me. It smells like funfetti birthday cake. And I know that smell quite well because that's always what Stella requests for her birthday cakes each year. I really think this smells like funfetti. And I love it. What's that noise? That's so loud. Can you guys hear that? What is that? It sounds like a massive truck. I don't know where it is though. Anyway, I mixed it with Gimme Candy, which is this one right here. Now, Gimme Candy is definitely like a candy corn type scent. Quite sweet, almost a little cloying. I don't love this one on its own. I really actually liked it a heck of a lot better when I paired it with Happy Birthday. Yeah, it's like candy corn with maybe just a touch more vanilla. But you definitely get that like honey note that you get from candy corn as well. I don't think this is a bad scent. It's actually quite authentic for what it is, but it definitely can come across as cloying. And this is quite sweet in its own right, but for whatever reason, I never find this one cloying. And so it almost helped to tone down the cloying note in the Gimme Candy, the Happy Birthday did. So if you happen to have both of these and you don't love Gimme Candy on its own, maybe try pairing it with Happy Birthday. Another suggestion would be maybe pair this with Sugar Cookie or Vanilla Bean Buttercream. Those should be available right now. So anyway, if you're in the market, that's a great combo. And that is everything that I have for you guys this week. I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you're burning and melting in the comments down below. I hope you have some fun plans for this weekend. And give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.